Hey guys, just going to quickly go over how setting this up works. So basically, each player is going to take one of these decks. And this is something that kind of differs a lot from 10th, is that you're going to secretly choose one of these cards based on what your options for force dispositions are. In the case of a tournament, you'd have to select it ahead of time at list building. But let's say, for example, I took Reconnaissance and my opponent took Priority Assets, right? We then reveal those two cards at the same time. So this would be like hidden in my hand, right? And then I'd be revealing it to the opponent. And then what that's going to do is that's going to give you missions from these decks. So in the case of these, it would be gather intel for Reconnaissance and then extract relic for Priority Assets. So most of how you do this is still the same as 10th, but something I noticed in particular is that there is a couple differences in the order. So you would determine attacker and defender after those steps. So like normally you would just roll off for attacker defender right away. But that's the stage when attacker defender is determined. And then you decide if you're playing tactical or not. Right? As you can see, it says you reveal those decisions. So then this is what's quite different is you actually write down secretly what is in transports and what's in strategic reserves, and then you simultaneously reveal those decisions. Now, I mean, like you could just play it however you want in casuals, but technically in the competitive setting, that's how this is supposed to be done. You're not supposed to, like before, one person would do it and then the other person would do it. I believe it was attacker and then defender would do it. Now it's done at the same time. And then you deploy, Titanic or 2, that's still the same. After you deploy, as you can see, the redeploy step is still the same, and then you determine first turn, and then pre-battle rules, so that'd be like scouting and whatnot. Yeah, so anyway, basically, that's mainly how it's done. That's more or less what the differences are. Also, this has been clarified in this here. So territory is literally the half of the battlefield that includes either player's deployment zone. So it's going to be a little bit non-linear in, what is it? Like tipping point and like search and destroy. Well, I shouldn't say non-linear, but it's just like, it's not going to like necessarily follow the exact center of like each objective marker like it would right now, I guess. It's just going to be like a straight line drawn from one end to the other in the case of search and destroy, and then in the case of tipping point, you're sort of drawing that same pattern, kind of part way up one side of the table and then further up on the other side. Anyway, hope this is of value.